Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Talent Tip Thursday. Today we have a special treat for everyone. I'm actually joined today by our very own Webhead CEO and founder, Janie Gonzalez. Janie, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome, Jerry.
I have two questions for you this afternoon. The first is, I know that Webhead was founded back in 1994, and you've seen many changes in the industry throughout those years, especially on the talent side. I guess as the talent industry has evolved those 22 years, what do you feel are the strengths of today's talent community when it comes to technology?
Well, obviously the adoption, digital native versus digital immigrants, the reality is we've had multiple generations that are basically more knowing how to use things versus us having to adopt and learn. And so the adoption of how to use technology, whether it's a consumer or a potential employee, has improved drastically over the years.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you, Janie. And I guess the second question that I have, because you're unique, you're a pioneer in the industry, okay? Being a Latina and being female in the tech industry, you certainly blazed a path. I guess my question is, what advice do you have for someone like you coming into the tech field now, to other women and to other, especially women of color or minorities?
I would say, like with anything else, being an anomaly, being a handful is a competitive advantage. A lot of times people underestimate your capabilities, especially if you're female. But definitely if you're seeking to work for an employer who makes diversity a priority, but more importantly, makes diversity and having excellent credentials and qualifications a priority. Those are the type of organizations that you want to work for. You don't just want to meet a quota of being minority in an organization. You want to meet the mark that checkbox, but also be able to contribute significantly to that organization. So I definitely do think that employers are more open to women in fields in technology. I definitely do think that a lot of the newer technologies that we have adopted, like social media or information systems that we have to use within an organization, whether they're HR systems, customer management systems, whether they're content management systems, that it has opened more opportunities for women in the field of information technology, and not necessarily all women having to be coders. They can be project managers, they can be software engineers, they can be graphic designers, they can be social media specialists, content specialists. It really has opened an array of different occupations that they can apply for. Whereas before, I think it was a little bit more limited, and they can also be their own CEOs. Obviously, with a lot of more of these disruptive technologies, it has made it easier for women and minorities to start their own business. The opportunities are there, and so I think it's just a more advantages and disadvantages than it was when I first started.
Well, that's great information. Thank you for that wisdom that you shared, and hopefully it's inspired other future CEOs.
Or
to head on the path.
Potential employees.
Exactly. And I just want to thank everyone for joining us today on Talent Tip Thursday. You could find us at Webhead IT Jobs on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter or Instagram at Webhead SA. We'll see you next week.